October 13th through October 19th. And we start off right away with two great things happening this week. The first one is that Venus is going to move into the sign of Libra, a sign that it rules. It's home when it goes into Libra. This is considered its domicile placement. Now, it's going to, I wrote down dress for success, right? There's a lot of beauty here, Venus in Libra. A lot of people who work in the fashion field, design, often have Venus in Libra. And so there's a lot there about beauty. There's a lot there about harmony. Venus in Libra, she believes in rules and laws and good balance and diplomacy and good manners, okay? And then what's going to happen is that Venus is going to go right into opposition with Neptune in Aries. Now, Neptune glamorizes wherever it goes into. And it's going to go into this fiery energy of Aries. So it can glamorize passion and action and sometimes anger. Now, Venus in Libra really doesn't really want anything to do with that kind of behavior. But the good thing is that air wins out. So whatever disputes are going on right now will be settled with diplomacy, with balance. Okay. And this is also going to form an air trine again. So Venus going into Libra, air sign. We already have Uranus in Gemini, air sign. Pluto in Aquarius, air sign. So there's a lot of air going on. There can be great ideas, but there can also be a lot of mental stimulation going on. And as we get later in the month, there's going to be a water trine going on. So a lot of good ideas can come in, but avoid over glamorizing anger, passion, and action. Venus in Libra likes to kind of slow down and enjoy the beauty. Now, the other great thing that happens on Monday, the 13th, is that Pluto goes direct. And this is good because Pluto is the ruler of Scorpio, one of the rulers. So 10/13, looks like at about 10:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Indigenous People Day, Pluto stations direct in the air sign of Aquarius after being in retrograde since May. So I am excited to see how this affects us on a global scale. And if we can start moving into positive transformation, that would be a really wonderful thing. Okay, so the moon moves. We've got a lot going on the 13th because it's the last quarter moon in the sign of Cancer. So are you tolerating bad behavior? Cancer is like mom energy. This is the end of a period. And so are you tolerating bad behavior? Please take a look at that. Have a good conversation with yourself about that. Now, moon continues in the sign of Cancer. Then we go into Leo early on Tuesday, the 14th, the 15th, the 16th. The moon is in Leo. Then it moves into Virgo on the 16th into the 17th. And on the 17th, the sun squares Jupiter. So the sun is like our ego, how we show up in the world. And it's squaring Jupiter, which Jupiter makes everything big. So you got to keep your ego in check and you got to hold yourself accountable the way that you hold other people accountable. Now, is that enough activity for the week? Well, we'll have basically a Virgo weekend. Friday, the moon's in Virgo. Saturday, the moon's in Virgo. Good time to get things organized. Virgo loves a good sense of organization. Has themes of health. Be a great time to take some hikes or to, go to the gym or whatever you like to do. Get yourself moving. Then the moon will enter the relationship sign of Libra on Sunday, right after midnight. So I do think that Sunday is a great day for harmony in your relationships. Let's see what the cards have to say. Let's give you a card for each week. Relative Tarot, Relative Oracle, Black Cat's Tarot. Let's see. Oh, we got a jumper. We got two there, jumpers. Well, we got to pick one because I said only 3 cards. So let's see which one. We'll put that one there. Okay, let's see what we've got. The Knight of Cups. the Knight of Emotions. The Knight's Quest. Cups is, I always think of the cup of satisfaction. The Knight of Cups is very creative, and the Knight of Cups is a romantic. So we've got some watery energy showing up. He could be a Scorpio energy or any of the water signs. So we've got creative, flowing energy there. We have the Eight of Wands, and this is a fun version from the Black Cat's Tarot, kind of like doing a dance running by, like almost like entertainment here. Eight of Wands is really a travel card. This person's on the move. So there may be someone coming to town. There could be some momentary pleasure that's really beautiful. Let's see what your other card is. Oh, and the Newlyweds card. And it's funny because the Eight of Wands is often called the honeymoon card. So we've got the newlyweds here. It's so fun to think of that as real people there, somebody's ancestors that sent Carrie Paris that picture, and she put it into the deck when she made this cool relative tarot deck. So the newlyweds. So you've got a lot of romantic energy here, and I would take advantage of that. There's, even though we have a ton of Scorpio energy, but remember, Scorpio rules sex. We have a lot of Venus energy going on. It's Libra season. Venus is in its own sign of Libra, which means it's going to get close to the sun. So there's a lot of beauty and harmony here. So enjoy that this week ahead.